Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Farm Sim 25. We are back in Hutan Pantai. Back for another episode. Just talking to old Grandpa over here, just having a bit of a chat. He's up early, as always. I've been up since 6, waiting for the sun to come up properly and the fog to lift before we jumped in our AGCO 8510 and done a little bit of mowing. I did mow around that field yesterday, but a little bit of mowing to do down here. I think we could. Can we get around? I don't know if we can get around. Yeah, we can get around these fields because there's nothing planted in them. I think that'll work. If I can stay off that fence. Right, so I'll mow around these couple of fields. I might have to actually turn around and go the other direction. Otherwise, I'm going to have some issues with falling off the cliff. But I did put in a little bunker as well, which is certainly going to help us with some silage. If we have too much grass, we can turn some of the grass into silage. Alright, let's try and get around this water fill point. It's a bit of a pain, isn't it, that's in the way. Let's go around the right hand side of it. That way I don't get caught up with the mowers or anything. I don't think there's going to be much grass down this side. Not a lot of banging off the bloody fence. Only just brought this thing and we're going to destroy it before the end of the day, I think. If I'm not careful. There's that, there's a power pole. There's a lot of stuff going on. Alright, let's try and turn tight. Let's try not to run the blades across the rocks. Certainly going to put some dents in them and dull them down a little bit. Alright, there we go. Around that. That's a little bit of grass. Don't know how much is going to be in there, but see, there's a little bit of grass along the front here, along this side as well, and then around this field down here. We've been given permission to mow all around here as well, so I'm going to try and mow that. See how much we can actually get out of it. I don't think there's much point in mowing up around this field up here. There's not going to be a lot up there. Let's avoid that if we can. I'm gonna turn that off and lift that up, because otherwise I'm gonna get stuck, which I'm already gonna get stuck. Pretend that you guys didn't see all this. Just shut your eyes. Shut your eyes. Right, is that crop harvested? Ready to harvest, so I can't drive over his crop. We'll be in a bit of trouble if I did, so let's not drive over his crop. Let's just follow the road around. It's pretty foggy at the moment. Can't see a great deal. Right, let's try not to hit his crop. It's going to be a hard thing to do, try not to hit his body crop, but we should be okay. So mow around his field. I did get the windrower. It's really bloody small though. I don't think it's going to be suitable for what we're doing here. And it's going to be a... Ooh, watch out. Just clip the side of him. It's going to be okay, but it's certainly going to take us quite a while to get all the grass picked up with using that little windrower. But we should be able to just work with it for now. We'll buy a bigger one later on, I guess. Watch out for that crop again. Definitely got a fair bit of corn in this field. It's just not fertilized enough for me to want to potentially buy the field off him. I just don't think there's enough value in it for us to purchase. Ooh, watch out for his corn. To be able to purchase it. There goes the sign as well. Oh well, it happens. Not used to driving one of these weird mowers on the back. We normally have the mowers on the front and then the two on the back, so I can just drive straight, not having something offset like this. Alright, but obviously this is going to allow us to get rid of a lot of these bushes and that sort of stuff, just to try and tidy the area up, get us some free grass for our little goats over there, which are still continuing to grow. We should have plenty of stuff in our greenhouses. Yep, some stuff going. That should be... everything's got materials missing. For those, the sawmill's still got a little bit of wood in it, not much. So I'm going to need to find another tree on our property somewhere to cut down and try and supply that back into the sawmill. Right, check and make sure there's no traffic coming. Right, we should be able to run along the road though. Let's tidy up this side as well. Yeah, so I'm going to have to try and find a tree to cut down to try and get some more wood going in the sawmill. Be producing some stuff, more stuff for the temple. That's something that we want to try and do, is help build the temple here in Hutan Pantai. Something they've been trying to do for a long time. They just haven't had anybody that can supply the materials they need. The local sawmill hasn't been working overly hard. So they're sort of excited and glad that I'm here now. That way we can start supplying them with what they need. Right, let's turn around again. I think that's pretty much it for this field here. Got this fog. I'm going to fast forward time a little bit. This fog needs to really lift so we can actually see what we're bloody doing. Right, so that's going to be a fair bit of grass. Obviously it's not fertilised, it's not from a proper grass field or anything, it's just wild grass. So I don't know exactly how much we're going to get off it, how much benefit we're really going to get, but can't hurt to at least try and get some decent grass out of it, because whatever we don't use for the goats, we can throw in and start getting it fermented if we need to, turn it into some silage to either sell or we can use, try and keep it for when we've got some more cattle and that sort of thing. Let's do another run up here. I think, yeah, we could probably go down there and get some grass from down there. I don't think I'm going to go up and over that hill there. It's too steep for us. I think there's going to be plenty we're doing here. So we do have permission from all these farmers to cut all this grass, so it's fine. We're not going to get in trouble or anything. Let's just run through the crop field, our old rice field. That fog still doesn't want to lift. It looks like it's staying for the whole bloody day. It's really not going anywhere. Oh, here it goes. It's starting to lift a little bit on that field down there. Okay, it's starting to lift. Once the sun starts to rise and starts to get a bit of heat in the ground, it'll start to lift a bit more. Right, let's do a run down here. Nope, it's starting to come back again. Wow, it's a lot of fog hanging around this morning. Check for that the tree. There's plenty of grass down here to cut and use. I know Dagwin did buy field 32 just here and did expand his field. This is a massive field for him now. Oop, clipping his crop again. Definitely worthwhile trying to expand this sort of field. We could expand it up into field 34 as well and have one big giant field up there if we wanted to, but we really don't have the money or the equipment to be doing really big fields just yet. I know that Fendt tractor that we used before, the Fendt harvester I should say that we used before, that had the self-leveling or the auto-leveling feature, that's definitely the harvester that I want to buy. I think from what one of your commenters had said, that is the only one that has that feature. So all the way all the fields are around here, with it being so hilly, we definitely want that feature for all of our fields moving forward. Like, it's going to be too hard to use our normal harvester for situations like, I think it was a field 34 over there that we harvested. Oh, 33, just straight ahead is one that we harvested with it. Yeah, it was. It would have been too hard to harvest that with our harvester. Would not have worked at all, I don't think. Right, what's happened with all the grass there? That's weird. It's extremely weird. It's really hard to see what grass is actually left to cut. I'm going to turn around because we've got a little bit more to cut down here. As I said, I think we need a bigger, wider windrower. I think the one we've brought is just not going to be big enough. Even if I just lease one, I've only got, well, we had like 4 and a bit grand, but we just lost a little bit. I think paying our water fees for our greenhouses, money's come out for that. Now, this fog really needs to go. I'm going to really speed time up. Try and get through to midday, and then hopefully it'll start to clear by then. It's really not clearing at all, is it? Right, I think that's pretty good. There's a little bit more there that we could probably get. Yeah, let's try and just take this a little bit extra. Just a little tiny bit here that we can sort of try and snag. Right, there we go, that'll do. I think that's going to be more than enough. So I think we'll need to sell that other little windrow that we brought and lease another one, lease something a little bit bigger, because it's just not going to be big enough for what we need. Maybe going around that field, it's okay. You might quickly do a run around that field with it before we get rid of it. There's not a lot over there anyway, but alright, I want to try and find a home for this. We really don't have much room left at all. Really struggling for room, and there's weeds on these fields as well, so I need to get our weeder out and start ripping those weeds out. It's another job for today. So many jobs. We need to get our rice field combi ploughed, ready to go. Right, drop that. You drop. Why are you not dropping? It's won't let me drop it for some reason. In fact, I can't even get out of the tractor. There we go. Won't even let me get out for some reason. That's really strange. Alright, so let's grab this guy, get it unfolded, do a quick little run around this field. As I said, there's not a lot of grass down through here, but it's all going to add up once we actually come back to collect it. But I think we definitely need to go and trade this in, get something a little bit wider for that spot down the bottom. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be, and this thing is just too small. I'd say I think we're already half full with the grass that we have in with our goats down there, so I think most of this is probably going to go into the silage bunker anyway, I think. Alright, bang. Alright, let me head to the shop. I'll pick up another windrow and I'll see you guys back here in a few secs. Righto guys, we're heading back to the farm. Picked up a nice big windrower. What is it? Samaz windrower. I think it's like 9 meters wide or something along those lines, so it's pretty big. It's way bigger than the one we actually had before, so should do the job really well. Right, let's get it lowered. Start heading down this way. I'll bring a lot of this grass back out so we can actually pick it up easily enough. Like I said, they've still got plenty of grass, and I think they've got like 5,000 litres of grass or something left in there, plus they've got the meadow as well, so they've got plenty of grass. They're not going to be short on grass anytime soon, anything to eat, but if we can get this done, this will just give us some more for next year, or so we can turn it into silage to try and make some money on the side. Plenty of options as far as the extra silage and that sort of stuff goes, the extra grass. Look at them, look how happy they are. Wish you could change the texture of the fence though. I'm not a fan of that fence, and I feel like that would be a fence that those cheeky little goats would be able to get out of. Very good at climbing. I reckon they'd bloody work out how to climb up the side of that bloody fence and get out. Knowing what goats are like, it would not surprise me at all. Right, so get all this windrow. We can definitely see it a bit better once you windrow. You can't really see the grass when you're down on this level, but up high you can. Once you windrow it, you can definitely pick it up a lot easier. going to move over to the right a little bit, try and get this in one full pass, so we don't have to come back and do an extra pass, which we might need to anyway. There's a little bit of grass off to the right, but not too much. So there's plenty of bloody grass here that we can use moving forward. Being able to cut all this down and take it. So the owners of the area here said they don't need it, they don't use it. More than happy for us to come through with a mower and just give it a nice quick trim, get it looking tidier, get rid of all the bushes and that sort of thing. The big weeds, bushes that have sort of been growing in their grass as well, so they're not concerned as long as we don't damage any of their crop, which we've been bumping into it a little bit. Hopefully we haven't damaged it at all or too much. If we've damaged it too much, they're probably going to tell us to bugger off and never come back, so certainly want to try and avoid that if I can. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. Series hasn't been going as well as I thought it would on the channel, being someone that started originally in Farm Sim, and I know I've been away from Farm Sim for quite some time, but Farm Sim is the first thing that I ever did on this channel, and I thought with FS25 coming out it would be pretty successful again. The views and comments and stuff really haven't been there for what I thought they would, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm still enjoying the game. I'm still going to continue to play it. Hopefully you guys that are here and watching it and are leaving comments and likes are going to continue to stay here and watch it. I'm definitely going to look at building some custom farms in the near future. It's just a matter of finding time with work. I've just done 3 days and my first night shift. I've just got home from my first night shift. I've got another night shift tonight, but I thought I'd quickly throw in a quick 25-30 minute video and then have a shower and head to bed. I normally sit up watching TV for a couple of hours anyway before I actually get tired and head to bed and go to sleep. So I thought I might chuck in a quick recording and see how I go. Hopefully I'm not too tired. Hopefully I don't fall asleep at the wheel. But, another pretty decent big night at work. Nothing overly exciting. Had an emergency called. I don't know if a lot of you guys probably do or don't know that I'm a part of the emergency response team at work as a trainee. Had an emergency call to one of the diggers. The fire alarm was going off. Thankfully there was no fire, it was a false alarm, but we still had to get ready to respond just in case. That was probably the only exciting thing that really happened, other than me moving dirt from point A to point B in a truck and driving round circles. Nothing overly exciting happened. Definitely not as exciting as playing Farm Sim anyway. This fog is still here. It's 2:20 in the afternoon. The fog should clear by now. I don't know what the temperature is. That'll be a good thing up the top right. Like, obviously it's got sun. Yes, it's sunny with a bit of rain coming later today. But it'd be better if it had the temperature as well. I'd like to see that added. Oop, there goes another sign. I don't know what happened here with this grass. Like, I definitely cut the grass. It just... I don't know what's happened with that grass there. That's really strange. Just up and disappeared. But yeah, having the temperature up there would be good so we can keep track of it. So it's like 36 degrees or 38 degrees Celsius, and then once it rains, drops the temperature down quite a bit. Something cool to keep an eye on. I mean, it's not that important. It's just something I think would be pretty cool to see. Oh, come on, we probably should have used a John Deere for this, being our newer tractor. Got 10 more horsepower, which probably doesn't make a lot of difference, but I think this Agco is probably a lot more comfier drive, considering how rough the field is over here in the area. I think I said in the last episode too that I did do a recording of a hardcore Rags to Riches playthrough. I'm not actually going to do that on that recording that I did do. I wasn't happy with it, so I might wait for a custom map to come out, something interesting, something a bit smaller than that sort of thing, because I'm going to start with nothing, absolutely nothing, $0, maybe just a truck or something to get around the map, and pretty much have to work for other local farmers. So there won't be me taking out loans and buying big tractors and harvesters and that sort of thing. I'll be starting with $0 with just a truck, no land, no nothing. I'm purely going to be out helping other people to try and make some money, get our foot in the door, and then hopefully buy a cheap piece of property somewhere, and then start getting our own equipment, start building up our own farms and that sort of thing. But if you guys have got any ideas, suggestions for that series, what we should do, let me know. Leave it down in the comment section below. As I said, we're going to purely be working with other people to start with, but what should we head towards straight away? Greenhouses, chickens, cattle, bees, silage, crops. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think we should do. Right, that should be it for that. We've actually got the loading wagon already hooked up to the John Deere. Where are we going to put this bloody thing? Honestly, I literally have no room. I'm honestly thinking that field may get turned into a bunch of garages that we can build. So I like the idea of buying them, but I also like the idea of having to actually build them and have them take time to build. Like, put in an order, clear the ground, put in an order, and then have them get built over there. So that may be something that we look at for next year once we get that harvest done. Got plenty of wood sitting over there. It's also money that we can use, or well, we can turn that into money that we can use to fund that, because we are going to have to buy like concrete blocks and bricks and everything else. Now, silage additive, I did add that to this. I have no idea what it does. I assumed it would give us better yield from the grass we're picking up, but the silage additive does not reduce. So if you guys know how it works, let me know. I'm possibly thinking it's only has to do with when we dump it in the silage bunker, that it gives us more yield when we throw it in the bunker itself. I don't really know, but if you guys know 100%, let me know. It's not something I've ever used before, so I'd be keen to have you guys let me know if you guys know, because as I said, I've got no bloody idea. Honestly, no idea. Alright, so let's get all this grass picked up. I've already got 4,500 litres. So we're going to get a huge amount of grass from this area. As I said, a lot of it's going to go, well, probably one full load or even half a load is going to go into our goat pen. The rest I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to turn the HUD off, that way I can get a try and get a decent screenshot for our thumbnail. I think a mod has come out so we can remove the HUD, which is probably a lot easier than doing it that way using console commands. If you guys want to know what the console commands are and everything, as I said, Farmer Cop has a video on how to do it through Steam. I'm not sure about console. I don't think it's going to be available through console, unfortunately. But the grass is coming through the top of that, which is really strange. Probably would in real life, to be honest. You probably lose a little bit out the top, but I don't know if you guys seen when we first started loading this up, how cool it looks when we first start loading it. Right, we're nearly full, and we're full. Right, so what's that? 16,100 litres of grass. I think the goats are going to take maybe 5. So we're going to have plenty to throw in our little silage bunker. That was 9,000. I figured that I would buy that and have somewhere to put the excess grass, because we're not going to sell it. I don't think grass is worth much at all. We do have the bale wrapper over there. We just don't have a baler just yet, and I still need to get that loan paid next month, which if we look at our finances, we still owe 135,000. So I'm hoping we can get enough money to pay that by the end of December. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but that's my plan with the bank. My agreement was to try and get it paid by December. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, going to be able to get it paid by the end of December. If not, it'll probably be January sometime, maybe, depending on how good the flour prices and stuff are. It's going to just depend on our veggies and stuff that we have available. Left control I still, yep, still the same button. Right, so I'm just going to dump everything back here as much as I can. Gonna let me dump it all. Oop, nearly. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so if you have a close look, once we start picking up the first bit of grass here, you see how it comes in the back of the loading wagon? How cool does that look? That looks really cool. Just picking it up and throwing it in the back. And obviously it disappears. Let's pick that little bit up. Let's head down this way. Start on that second row, and then we can turn around and come back up anyway. Right, so start on this row and we'll do our U-turn and come back up. You might even nearly fill it on these lines down here. We've got heaps over there still. So much grass to pick up. This is really beneficial for us. As I said, the local government said we could head up here, and there's heaps of grass all in this area here that we could potentially take. But I've missed a heap there too. But I don't think we have the equipment for that just yet. That was a question that I asked. They said that we can take it if we want to. I did mention that we didn't have a huge amount of equipment, something that'll get the job done quick enough. So they said that they normally take care of it anyway a couple of times a year. So if we can't do it, we can't take the grass away, then they will still continue to do it. But if we do happen to take it for them and use it, then just to let them know, and they'll send someone out to check the area out and work out if they do need to come back and just touch up a few things with their guys and their equipment. But I think it's going to be too much for us. There's just too much space down there. We've only got one little mower. We don't have a big mower on the front, a big mower on the back. It's just the one little mower, so don't really know how it's going to go. We're really struggling up this hill. Plenty of weight behind us though. 16,100 litres of grass. What is that in weight? I wouldn't think it'll be 16 tonnes. Maybe 6 tonnes of grass, I guess. Like, I know for me, when I fill up my green bin at home with mowing the lawn, like if I let my grass go a little bit too long, I cut my front and rear grass, it fills up a whole bin, and the bloody thing is so heavy to move out to the street. So just imagine how heavy this is, how much grass is actually in here. I think that's where I've painted texture there, isn't it? Looks different to the grass here. That might be forest grass or something, maybe. Not 100% sure. Right, let's start unloading. Once the numbers stop, I'll just creep forward a little bit. We should get a fair amount of grass in here. I don't think we're going to completely fill it. Alright, beautiful. Right, let's just grab this little bit while we're here. Yeah, it definitely looks like different texture, doesn't it? I feel like it's I've painted the normal grass underneath, where I think that's like the forest grass texture. So I'll probably need to go back and touch that up. All down there, that's not, I haven't painted any of that, so it's interesting that that's different texture as well. Right, let's just head down this road, that's fine. We'll work it out. So we've got a ton of grass to pick up anyway, so it'll probably be another load or two, I would think. It's getting late in the month of October. I need to double check. I think all of our fields are fully fertilised. I don't think we can do anything with rice until January or February or something like that. Still got a bit of time before we need to worry about our rice fields. which I've got that little one there. I'm still not sure if we get rid of that little one and put maybe some sheep in there or goats in there if we want to just be a goat farmer. We'll probably put another goat farm in there. So I think we've got 20 goats at the moment. Probably could have brought a few more adult goats. We may even look at that once we get this loan paid off. If we have any extra funds sitting in the bank, we may just pick up a few more adult goats. One, to help us breed, and two, to help us get some milk really quickly. Right, we're getting through this, so it might be... I think it'll be at least one more full load, and then... I don't know if we're going to get a second full load out of it, but... definitely looks a lot better with the grass being cut. God, it's so hilly around here, it's shocking. Grass being trimmed looks way better. Right, so we're heading straight. Let's quickly check our map. Oh, not our map, our month. So rice, yeah, it's April, so we've got plenty of time. There's nothing else that we really need to do. We've planted wheat, so it's not till June, July next year that we harvest that as well. So we've got plenty of time before we really need to go tackling anything. I was going to go for a run up around here and see if the tractor gets up the hill any quicker, but still seems to be struggling a little bit. Still a big hill over there too. It doesn't matter which way we go, there's bloody hills. Yeah, that rice field, so that could be another 2 goat pens or sheep and something. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. Or goats, should we go sheep, should we go water buffalo down in there? You guys let me know. Let's dump this on the other side this time. If I can back it in properly. Good to know I'm a truck driver. Alright, let's back this thing up as far as I can. Okay. Get some numbers coming out the back. There's going to be plenty in here. We're going to have to do a lot of wheel rolling to get it compacted. 38,000 litres of chaff. A lot of compaction is going to happen to get that good. So we can either compact it, turn it into silage, or we can just keep it as grass for now. We don't really need silage right now. We also don't really have anything to use silage for, to purely just to be loaded up and sold. There's no reason to really do it other than to purely sell it. We don't have any animals to feed or anything, so we can just keep it as grass for now, and then if we need to, we can ferment it later on, I guess. Let's quickly check on our what are we? Goats. Goats milk 65 litres, they're pretty good. Chicken, they've still got 891 litres of wheat. Hopefully that'll get them through till our next harvest next year, but I don't really know if it will. Watch out for that road sign. Already knocked it over, might as well completely demolish it and have to come back and fix that up. Try and get that put back in the ground. I'd say another half a load to be about 40, between 43 and 45,000 litres of chaff. So I think now, if I get it out with a bucket, it doesn't count as grass anymore, does it? It does count as chaff. But see, our silage additive still hasn't changed. I don't understand what's going on there. Is it only once it's turned into silage that if I pick it up with this, that's when it increases the yield? I'm not really sure. You guys will have to let me know. Alright, let's just get this all unloaded best we can. Right, done. That's pretty good. We've still got plenty of silage in there. Still got plenty of grass we can cut as well. We got any veggies ready yet? No, no veggies yet that I can see. No, absolutely nothing. So we've only got till December to get our veggies growing, ready to sell, because that's the month that all the prices skyrocket. Our wood doesn't really matter when that happens. Actually, let's jump back in this. I need to get the weeder attached. It doesn't really matter. It only drops like 100, 200 bucks at a time, so it doesn't really matter too much. Whereas the veggies drop quite a bit, much larger, more substantial amount. So I think selling them at the right time is certainly going to be beneficial for us. But rightio, guys, what I'll do is I'll get this done off camera between episodes. I'll get it all weeded, get all the growth stuff going. And then I guess we'll just bring you guys back and work out what we're going to do. Not much is going to happen November, December. Going to be early next year that we start doing some more things. Just have to keep an eye on the goats, keep an eye on our chickens, keep an eye on the wheat. We may need to go and buy another bag of wheat, possibly. But we'll see what happens. But as I said, if you guys got any ideas, suggestions, feel free to leave it down in the comments section below. Don't forget to smash the like button if you guys can. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. Been Britto, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Gonna spend the next hour trying to compact this down a little bit. Oh, those, look how good the tire tracks look. Anyway, I'm going. I'll see you guys in the next one.